Water is a sensitive issue in Oklahoma. Arguments abound over how much water is available, who's using it, and whether this vital resource is being properly managed. In southern Oklahoma, landowners are concerned that a major source of water for the area is running dry for reasons they suspect may go beyond the effects of the state's long-running drought. In this collaboration with State Impact Oklahoma, Steve Bennett explored the concerns about the Arbuckle-Simpson aquifer.
Clyde Runyon has been a rancher in Johnston County for more than 30 years. He's seen the effects of drought before. In all those years, he's never seen the area as dry as it is right now.
I've had a well go dry about 2 months ago. All of our ponds are dry. Creeks are very low. Springs are really slowing down. They're not running like they have run in the past. We're in a hurry for water.
The shortage of water is clearly visible in Mill Creek. A few miles east of the city of Sulphur, the creek is bone dry. The flow of water is greatly reduced in other areas. Runyon is afraid that mining operations around the town of Mill Creek are making things worse.
There's 7 of them in a line going down Highway 1 here, north of Mill Creek to south of Mill Creek, and they all use water. And nobody controls the water that they use. Nobody in the state of Oklahoma has a clue how much water they're using.
There are about a dozen operations mining or planning to mine in the area around Mill Creek. That area is fed by the Arbuckle-Simpson aquifer, which the EPA has designated as Oklahoma's only sole source aquifer.
And basically it means that it is the sole source of water for more than 50% of the people that overlie the basin. There are 150,000 citizens that rely on the water from the Arbuckle. And so it's a very unique body of water.
Amy Ford is president of the board of Citizens for the Protection of the Arbuckle-Simpson aquifer. Ford says it's the minerals in the aquifer that are drawing companies such as Martin Marietta and U.S. Silica to the area.
Apparently it's a very good geological area for mining. The limestone, silica, sand. It's apparently the original formation of the Arbuckles, which makes it so unique, makes it very attractive for mining.
Jim Rodriguez, executive director of the Oklahoma Aggregates Association, confirms that mining operations have increased, especially in the last 10 years.
The reason behind that is new operations have opened up along the Mill Creek area to mine limestone that is needed in the neighboring state of Texas as well as in the state of Oklahoma.
Rodriguez doesn't dispute the fact that mining operations are using water, but he maintains they're doing so responsibly.
Water is very important to a mining operation, and for that reason mining companies have developed very sophisticated methods of managing that water, which for many, many years has included recycling of that water.
Rodriguez says if Mill Creek or other streams are going dry, it's because of the drought.
We've had both governmental and private experts review the data, and what they see is consistent with the climatological history of that area going back, as reported, 60 years. We see no evidence that we are damaging, that our operations are contributing to the low flows of Mill Creek.
Ford admits there's no proof that the mines are responsible, but isn't ready to accept that the drought is solely to blame.
There's too many factors. So simply laying this over on drought is not accurate, because we saw it before we got into this drought, some of the wettest periods of history, and it was still falling.
Since water usage from the mines is not monitored, there's no way of knowing how those operations are affecting the aquifer. But Ford is convinced there is an impact.
You stick a straw in a glass and you drink, it's going to fall. And so we want to be able to understand the dynamics in the area and how that's affecting the springs and the streams in the area.
Answers may soon be coming. In 2011, the legislature passed Senate Bill 597, requiring the Oklahoma Water Resources Board to work out rules for monitoring water usage from the aquifer. State Representative Todd Thompson co-authored the bill in the House.
The goal of the legislation is to start the process of having the mining companies that are currently operating to develop a plan, a consumption plan, a management plan for their operation of the water, a reporting, required reporting of the consumption that they're doing.
Ford calls the legislation a good first step.
Historically, industry doesn't like change, and we understand that. There have been some contentious moments, and I hope that we're through those, and that when these rules come out, that they can understand that we want them to be good neighbors.
Rodriguez says they're doing just that.
Our industry participated in the stakeholder discussions that led to Senate Bill 597. We sat down with OWRB and the stakeholders and the Department of Mines after years of misunderstanding about how water was being used at our facilities.
Specific rules, which will go into effect in January, are still being formulated.
The verdict is going to be out as to is this enough, and based on the information that it gives us, what do we do with that? Is there anything that needs to come after that? Is there any changes that need to be made? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I think we're taking it a step at a time, and we'll see.
Clyde Runyon hopes new regulations will help. He's concerned the crisis may soon reach a tipping point.
I have a hydrologist. He was with Laurie Williams on her property up there, and he stood on the banks of Pennington Creek, right up from here, half a mile from here, and he said, in 10 years, if we continue the way we're going, and these quarries keep using the water they're using, in 10 years, Pennington Creek would cease to flow as it does today.